Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and the fans are pouring into the stadium. The tension palpable. Stay with us. We'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV. It is a time for clarity on the pitch and, of course, composure. Derek Ray at the microphone. And next to me here on the gantry is Stuart Robson. Thoroughly looking forward to this high-level contest on the big stage. It's Scotland versus Morocco.
Well, as a player, this is where you want to be. This is international football at its very best. There'll be some anxious players out there.
Here's how Scotland will line up.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
And here's how Morocco will line up. Yassine Bounou is the goalkeeper. Noussair Mazraoui plays with Ashraf Hakimi in the fullback positions. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. The referee's whistle indicates the beginning of this match. Mazraoui. Successfully cut out. Promising pass. Can he play it in? Well, all doing their bit to keep them out.
They didn't allow that to develop, did they? Good organisation, I would say.
Through the middle. And a foul there. Scott McTominay really doing a fine job of protecting the ball. Might be able to set up the chance. Opportunity here. Oh, that's a fine save. Now sending it in. Issa Diop. Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, he will try and get on the ball as much as possible. He loves to affect the game with his combination play, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that again today.
And good use of advantage, the referee allowing play to continue. Can they carve out a chance?
I have to say they're looking good in these areas.
Perfectly positioned to take it away. Super pass. And can they hit them on the counter? And a chance for the lead. Still alive. And there it is. An almost intuitive piece of finishing.
Keeper's very unlucky there. It was such a good initial save that can't get to the rebound.
And back underway, 1-0 it is. Andrew Robertson. On to Tierney. Christie. Looked as though there might be a threat, but not so in the end. Good defending. Sofiane Amrabat. Ayoub El-Kabi. Nicely played. Good-looking move. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Sofiane Amrabat. It's with Diaz. Possession, the most important thing. And moving the ball forward with genuine purpose here. One slip. Oh, what an opportunity. Oh, it's a super save.
Well, he always looked in control of the situation. That's a top-class save.
Over it comes. What an important piece of defending. Brahim. Now with Hakimi. Issa Diop. And it's with Amrabat. On the ball, Diop. It's with Diaz. Issa Diop. Shadi Riyad. Well, it could be on for him here. Oh, you really have to applaud the ambition. And they do it to score the game once again. Exhilarating.
See just how good this goal is. It has everything. Skill, pace and power. There was no stopping him there.
So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Sufyan Amrabat. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. I think most fans would be pretty happy with this man's display so far.
Well, that's exactly what his team needed, because they weren't at their best in the first half. And once again, it shows what a key player he is.
And away they go again. The second half is up and running. Christie. And they've created space. Jay Adams. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that.
Well, that had goal written all over it, didn't it?
The defence here. Could pick up a teammate. Great vision to switch the play. Oh, moving it nicely. Can they jump in front? And the keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger. Well, standing off a bit, aren't they? Can they deliver here?
Well, they're certainly passing it with purpose, no doubt about that.
Of course, work out for them. Not the clearance that was called for. Well, the move breaks down. And pressing expertly. It is to be a throw-in. Nusayr Mazraoui. Riyad. Well, we're into the final half hour. Hakimi. Ayoub El-Kabi. Showing good defensive judgment. Nicely constructed. But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Christie, beautiful pass. Must take the lead here. A chance to nudge in front. Corner kick here. a splendid individual performance, but the manager elects to make a change. So the corner played into the box. And nicely parried away. No-nonsense piece of defending. And not giving the opposition a look in. That's strong play. An utterly disappointing cross. Goal kick. Azzedine Ounahi. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Issa Diop. Now with Hakimi. On the ball, Diop. Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. And played the pass well. Can they take the lead? He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. Issa Diop. Yassine Bounou. Hakimi. Now look at this, they might be able to cash in here. But timely defending when it mattered. Time running out, but they could yet win it. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Hakimi. Shadi Riyad. Ounahi. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Kieran Tierney. So much focus within the team and complete. And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Ounahi. So 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Brahim. Issa Diop. Now with Hakimi. And that is the end of the contest, and not a happy outcome as far as the visitors are concerned.
Well, I thought it was a really intense game. Lots of quality, lots of good individual displays. In the end, though, they won't be happy with the defeat, nor the manner of it, conceding so late on.
Well, he is so often an important contributor, Andrew Robertson, and he played his part in the story today. Sum up his contribution for us.
Well, that performance sums him up, really. You're never disappointed with what he gives you. Such a good player.
And the referee's whistle indicates the beginning of this match. Opportunity here. Oh, that's a fine save. Still alive. And there it is. An almost intuitive piece of finishing. One slick pass after another. Oh, it's a super save.
Well, he always looked in control of the situation.
And Scotland regaining possession. Well, you really have to applaud the ambition. And they've done it to square the game once again. Exhilarating. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Kieran Tierney. So much focus within the team and completely... And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at that. building to a crescendo all week, and very shortly it will be for real. We have all the action for you live. Well, given the circumstances on the stage of the competition, it's understandable that the nerves are jangling a bit more than usual. Derek Ray with you here on the commentary gantry. We have a great view, and Stuart Robson, I'm delighted to say, is next to me. What a game this ought to be. It's Morocco versus Haiti.
Well, there's so much to play for here. You can just feel the excitement building inside the stadium, can't you? This should be a good game.
And here's how Morocco will line up.
Well, in this shape, their two holding midfield players will be key today. If they can get on the ball and dictate the play, protect the two centre-backs, it will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
A look at the opposition starting lineup today.
Well, if they're going to play as a 4-4-2, they must make sure they stay compact out of possession and then stretch the pitch when they do have the ball. How they play in transition is going to be key today.
So here we go, an exciting 90 minutes in prospect. Hakimi. On the ball, Diop. Now with Hakimi. And they keep it moving. Brahim. And it's opening up. There it is. And just the ideal start.
Well, here we can see it again. He's shown outstanding vision to find the perfect cutback, and he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Teasing ball in. And he's made the run. And it really was on for him.
Yeah, that would have put them in a great position there.
Not a great challenge. Free kick here. That's a good ball. Etienne. Jean-Victor Bellegarde. He's showing good defensive judgment. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Hakimi. It's with Diaz. Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business. High-tempo football. Oh, big moments! And it's gone in! The teams are separated by 2 goals now. You cannot say they don't deserve it.
Well, here we can see it again, and it's all about the pace of the passing. One touch, slick movement, and the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. Mazraoui. Promising ball.
Oh, that's great awareness.
Can he play it in? It looked as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. Pressure kept high. The delivery. Well, good idea. Sofiane Amrabat. Riyad. Issa Diop. Now with Hakimi. And the defensive intervention there. Had no interest in losing possession. Delcroix. Playing with a flow and intensity. And there's Delcroix. Noussair Mazraoui. On the ball, Diop. And with the advantage, no reason why you shouldn't play keep ball.
Well, they have to be pressed harder than this.
Sofiane Amrabat. On the ball, Diop. Nicely timed tackle. Showing fine vision. Can he finish? And that's a straightforward catch for any goalkeeper.
Yeah, that has to go down as a poor effort, I'm afraid.
Crossed into the penalty area. Well, when it left the boot, I thought it might have a chance of fooling the keeper, but it didn't. And teammates around him. Well, the keeper in possession to prevent another goal from him.
Well, he's a massive threat. That really could have been his second goal there.
Playing it in. Just a matter of thumping it away. Composed play in possession.
He uses his body so well, doesn't he?
And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, there's a good reason why we're highlighting him. He's really dominating in attack in this game.
Yeah, he's certainly been a threat. He's looked really sharp and, of course, took his goal very well.
So, underway here. Let's see what... Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Riyad. Happy to play keep ball, and why not? Sufyan Amrabat. Mazraoui with it. Well, showing really good width here. And a fine cross. Still work to do. And you've just witnessed a really high-class save.
Well, you won't see a better reaction save than that. That is a superb piece of goalkeeping.
Now sending it in. Just too much height on that one. Close shave though. Hakimi. Oh, that's a clever ball. No, high quality defending. Oh, moving it nicely. Not the clearance that was called for.
Yeah, not the clearance he was looking for. Just had to clear his lines there, and look at the result.
Well, 2-1 it is here. Sufyan Amrabat. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. 30 minutes left for play. Issa Diop. Could be troublesome. That's a good-looking ball. And teammates to play it to. Thoughtful play. Determined defending. Plenty of support here. Will have no intention of losing out. Here ball. And possession lost there. Issa Diop. Shadi Riyad. The referee has a decision to make. And going to be booked for that.
Yeah, clear foul. The card was inevitable.
Weer. Carlen Sarkus. We saw the situation developing. But he's certainly not alone. Sofiane Amrabat. Ayoub El Kabi. Not a great pass.
Yeah, they've made it too easy to win it back there.
In the game here, and they know what they've got to do. And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to... Feed on for the attackers. Hakimi. On the ball, Diop. Well, keeping the ball in this manner can be very effective.
Yeah, they don't need to force it, do they?
Hakimi. 5 minutes left. Mazraoui. Very alertly winning back possession. He has teammates around him. And he knows what he's doing defensively. Fantastic ball. And just like that, broken up. Superb effort to keep it in. And there goes the final whistle. And the home fans are going to be happy about this outcome.
There wasn't much in it, to be honest. Really competitive game with chances at both ends. They probably just about edged it overall and deserved the result in the end.
Well, we're picking him out for a reason. He's had a tremendous game in attack, Stuart.
Well, he should be pleased with himself today because he performed really well, he scored a good goal and they won the game. An excellent day all round.
Oh, big moment! And it's gone in! The teams separated. Well, they know what they must do this evening. Destiny in their hands. 3 points to guarantee a place on the knockout stages. And it's live here on EA TV. Well, given the circumstances on the stage of the competition, it's understandable that the nerves are jangling a bit more than usual. Derek Ray with you here on the commentary gantry. We have a great view, and Stuart Robson, I'm delighted to say, is next to me. What a game this ought to be. It's Brazil versus Morocco.
Well, it's all about seizing the moment, and that's what these teams have to do today. They certainly can't make any mistakes here.
The starting 11 for Brazil. Alisson begins in goal. Gabriel plays alongside Marquinhos in central defence. Bruno Guimaraes plays alongside Fabinho in the centre of midfield. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. And here's how Morocco will line up.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
And away we go, the first half of this game. Nusser Mazraoui. Mazraoui. Very timely interception. Well, it's a decent looking attack, this. Into the perfect position to cut it out.
It certainly needed that intervention.
Well, look at the table. It really is all hanging in the balance in terms of possible chance. Still could finish. And a goal! Just what the fans wanted to see. The ideal way to begin.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Brahim. Flowing here. Infringement spotted. Well, no wonder his teammates are giving him an icy stare on the back of that.
Well, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. He got it totally wrong, whatever he was doing.
Ibanez. showing good situational awareness. Really effective shielding under pressure.
Oh, he's done well to keep hold of it there.
Hakimi. Opportunity here. Oh, fine stop. Marquinhos. Is with Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Ayub El-Kadi. The touch means a corner kick.
He's so highly rated.
Might be a chance to break. He continues his run. And through it goes to the keeper. And space to attack. So, a level contest, 1-1. And stuffing out the danger. Now opening things up. He's through here. It's a perfect challenge. Rafinha couldn't hang on to it. Nice looking move, this. Taken cleanly by the keeper.
Yeah, the stats tell you everything. Their finishing just hasn't been good enough. They've controlled much of the game, but they need to start taking some of these opportunities.
Chance to do damage. And teammates around him. But nothing comes of it. Bruno Guimaraes. Danger building. Will take the lead. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations.
Here we see it again. It all started with that superb 1-2, while the movement in the box is equal to it. It's such good timing. What a goal.
Well, back underway as we reflect on the goal that's made it 2-1. Mazraoui. Good strong play on the ball. Riyadh. And it's with Amrabat. El Kadi. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. The managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Well, Vinicius Junior, always very effective, and that was the case in the first half. What have you made of his performance up to this point?
After a slow start when it was tightly marked, he got better and better as the first half went on, and he got his reward with that goal. I'm looking forward to his second half display.
So, off and running here, the first half underway. Possible chance. Still could finish. And a goal! Just what the fans wanted to see. The ideal way to begin. Well, the touch means a corner kick. Superb entertainment. Danger building. Could take the lead. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. So the second half underway, and Brazil have the lead, but plenty of time for a few twists and turns before this one is over. Gabriel. Teammates available. That's how to defend. Maybe dangerous here. And the upshot of that is offside.
Well, he needed to look elsewhere because the flag was always going to go up.
Rafinha. Room to roam on the wing for Brazil. Could be. And a goal! There he is, and the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, we can take another look now. It's great interplay between the two of them to start the move off, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
So back underway, 3-1 the score. Hakimi. Issa Diop. Rafinha. Encouraging move this from Brazil. So a throw in here. Guimarães. Nice weight on the pass, and you cannot argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
So the action continues, and it's been a thorough masterclass from Brazil so far. You do sense it's a question of how many. Throw-in has been awarded. They decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Guimarães. Oh, what an opportunity. Perhaps now. Oh, excellent work there to thwart a promising attack. Good idea. Good-looking move. Well, he opted for power from close range. He might be regretting that now. He's made a real difference, I must say, but the manager decides that this is the time to make a change. Hakimi. Brahim Diaz now. To a chance. Flying forward here. And across the Touchline, so a throw in here. Well, he certainly made his mark on the game, and now the manager is making a switch. Rahimi. Wasn't an easy save to make.
Yeah, there's not much you can say about that. It's just a breathtaking stop, isn't it?
And there's the delivery. Oh, defended it well. And penalised there. Well, not long to go. They're still trailing, and their hopes of moving on look rather bleak.
Well, it doesn't look good, does it? They've found this group really tough at times, and today's been no different. As it stands, they won't be going through to the knockout stages.
And defending as a unit.
They're much harder to break down in those areas, aren't they?
Well, breaking at pace is always a possibility. Can they do it? It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, as you can see, the weight of the through ball is key to this goal. And from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Ibanez. He made good progress there. Crossing possibilities. Now the counter-attack looks on. Sofiane Rahimi.
Well, as you can see, he hits this with so much power, but just look at the follow-through. So athletic. That's a dynamic strike.
Well, how about this? 4-3. And we've entered the final 5 minutes. A useful cross. And the attack carried an initial threat, but fizzled out. Free kick is what's been given. Not a free kick that's going to linger long in the memory, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the less said about that free kick, the better, I think.
Oh, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional minutes. That's a lovely ball. Neymar. That's how to dispossess your opponent. Chasing this game, desperate for a leveller. Delivered into the area here. A deft clearance. And the final whistle. It is a sad end, officially speaking, because now they have no chance of moving on.
Yeah, no surprise really. They've been poor throughout the league phase, and today summed up why they're going out. A real lack of quality.
Possible chance. And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And there's nothing quite like the magic of a cup competition. Live action coming up for you. It's Mexico versus Morocco.
It's a nice break from league action today for these clubs. Obviously a long way to go in the tournament. The final is months away, but they want to put in a good performance and get through to that next round.
Here's how Mexico will begin the game.
Well, it's a back four, a narrow midfield three, and a very disconnected front three. But if the midfield players give good support to the central striker, this 4-3-3 system could work really well today.
And here's how Morocco will line up.
Well, in this shape, their two holding midfield players will be key today. If they can get on the ball and dictate the play, protect the two centre-backs, it will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
So here we go, an exciting 90 minutes in prospect. Sofiane Amrabat. On the ball, Diop. Nusayr Mazraoui. It's a neat move. Opportunity. Oh my goodness! He's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, you won't see a better connection than this. It's a brilliant strike, hit with such power. What a great goal.
Nil then. Fidalgo. That's a good ball. And a throw-in forthcoming. Shadi Riyad. Mazraoui here. Sofiane Amrabat. Issa Diop. Hakimi. On the ball, Diop. And Mexico will get the throw in. And snuffing out the danger.
Yeah, that's the way to win the ball back. Good reading of the game.
Pineda. Credit to them for winning back possession. In a decent position.
From that sort of range, it's a great save, I have to say.
Let's see about the delivery. The clearance wasn't decisive. Brahim. Danger building. Complete command of the situation. Can he score? And that's a decent bit of goalkeeping. Quiñones trying to open up the defence. Pineda. Determined defending. Counter-attacking chance. Could be there. And there to intercept. Issa Diop. Now with Hakimi. Well, it can be so difficult to play against a confident passing team when you're trailing.
Yeah, it's all going right for them here.
Sofiane Amrabat. A super tackle and they've won possession. Might lead to a chance. Foul there. Free kick awarded. penalised there. Hakimi. And pressing expertly. Mazraoui. Sufyan Amrabat. Mazraoui here. Ball back with Mexico here. Promising attack. Chance for the leveller. Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Nothing to show for that attack.
Well, they're so unlucky not to be level now. It was a great effort. You just wonder if they're going to regret that.
Well, they're on the ball, and they've just got to forget about that moment of misfortune. Mazraoui.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And then what a strike. That's hit with such ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, we're highlighting him for a reason. He's bossing the game and giving the defenders headaches.
Yeah, he's been impressive, created some really good moments and finished his goal well.
So, underway here. Let's see. So underway once again. Who will grab the stage in this second half? Nusayr Mazraoui. This is a joy to watch. Can he play it in? He's in position. Tremendously strong in the tackle. And keeping possession.
Well, he wasn't going to have that taken off him, was he?
Jesus Gallardo. Might work out. Well, a pair of steady hands in evidence. Shadi Riyad. And it's with Amrabat. Riyad. Holding on to what they have is the priority, apparently. Not high-quality defending. Yassine Bounou. And it's with Amrabat. It's a neat move. Quick forward back here. And he does! He's thrown his team a lifeline. The belief is back.
Well, I have to say, he's done really well here. He's in the right place and then a decent finish. That's a good goal.
Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. Brahim. Issa Diop. Sofiane Amrabat. Brahim. Now with Hakimi. Oh, the threat is there. Is it going to be? Now what can they do from here? Mazraoui. And a lot to like about this attack. Well, that effort lacked a bit of oomph, that has to be said.
Well, the finish just lacked quality. Should have scored, really.
Pineda. Well, nicely cut out. Noussair Mazraoui. Issa Diop. Mazraoui here. On the ball, Diop. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. Issa Diop. And they've given back possession easily. Mazraoui. Goalkeeper has it. Issa Diop. Oh, this looks useful. This could finish it. And they're all right. That is game over. So little. Time left for a response.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. While the movement in the box is equal to it, it's such good timing. What a goal.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Roberto Alvarado. Fidalgo. Alvarado has it. Good distribution. Unahi. Mazraoui with it. Infringement spotted. Well, capable of a better clearance than that. And a free kick awarded by the referee. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Nusayr Mazraoui. Riyad. Mazraoui. There's the final whistle. The travelling fans are full of the joys because they are moving on.
Yes, and thoroughly deserved, you have to say. Thought they controlled large parts of the game, they created enough chances, and if they can continue to replicate performances like this, they have to fancy their chances going forward.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, what more could you ask for? His build-up play was clever, his movement was dynamic, and he scored a couple of goals. What a player he is.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and no problems at all on the weather front as we get ready for this match. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And we have action from the round of 16 just seconds away now. It's Morocco, and they take on England.
When you get to this stage of the tournament, 90 minutes away from a place in the last 8, you can expect a game full of passion, endeavour and a large amount of skill. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
And here's how Morocco will line up. Yassine Bounou is the goalkeeper. Nusayr Mazraoui plays with Ashraf Hakimi in the fullback positions. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. The England first 11. Jordan Pickford is the keeper. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Declan Rice in central midfield. And the centrepiece of the attack today is Harry Kane. The wait is over. Now we're in business. Declan Rice. Ball retention so important. Now showing fine vision. Well, really didn't look all that confident with regard to the finish.
Well, it's an easy save for the keeper in the end, but that's a big opportunity missed.
Bellingham, and a bit off the mark.
That was far too easily given away.
Can anyone stop him? And he's made headway. And taken cleanly by the goalkeeper. Uehi. Jordan Pickford. Harry Kane. On to James. Making them chase shadows. Patient build-up as they try to fashion something. There, the keeper. Shadi Riyad. Well, no danger now.
Yeah, just got to clear your lines there.
Well, he really is danger personified, but in this game, Stuart, what do you think we might see from him?
He comes into this game full of confidence because in the last match, he was outstanding. He got his 2 goals, but his general play made him the best player on the pitch by a long way.
Gordon. Now Harry Kane. And lost the ball. Declan Rice. Now with Bellingham. Ezzy. Decent idea. And Bellingham. Declan Rice. Can they take the lead? And that's tidy work to push it to safety. Ezzy. Now a decent position. Timely interception. Good looking pass. Offside it is. Such a pity for him.
Well, he thought he was onside, but I think the assistant got that absolutely right.
Bellingham. That's useful play. Just failing to hit the target. Good effort though. El Kabi. He's in behind. Well, he missed the target and then some. Wide it went.
Well, those stats aren't great reading, are they? Neither side is playing with any fluency so far, and as a result, we've seen a pretty dull game. It has to get better.
James. Production pass. Saka. Clever defending. Could play it in. Nice looking move this. And they forge ahead. They do. And you've got to say they're good value for the lead.
Well, as you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Hakimi. On the ball, Diop. Brahim. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. And players waiting at the far post. Frantic action from one end to the other. They weren't ahead for long. And this match is level again.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the quality of the cross. It's inch perfect, and it's a great header under a lot of pressure. Does so well to control that. It's a superb goal.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. The wait is over. Now we're in business. Just failing to hit the target. Good effort, though. Could play it in. Nice looking move, this. They do! And you've got to say they're good value for the lead. And players waiting at the far post. Frantic action from one end to the other. They weren't ahead for long, and this match is... So even Steven going into the second half of this one. Brahim. An astute piece of defending. Declan Rice. Now options are plenty. Bukayo Saka. Well, with confidence, but a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Kane. An alert piece of defending. Could be threatening. Oh, good clean catch by the keeper.
Well, England haven't done enough going forward, as you can see. They need to play with a bit more intensity here. It's not been good enough so far.
Quite simply, they just need to get on the ball more than they have been. Well, a passing sequence that's easy on the eye. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards.
Well, let's see this again. The vision to play this through ball is superb, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
And the ball is moving again. Anyone's guess how this is going to finish. 2-1 currently. Reece James. And Bellingham. Another successful intervention, winning the ball back. El Kadi. Harry Kane. Well, this could really help the cause. The level matters. Bellingham. In it goes to square the game. What a contest this is turning out to be.
Well, here's the replay. He does well to find that bit of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
So underway again, and it's a story of parity. 2 goals apiece in this one. Morgan Rogers. Anthony Gordon. Konsa. Eberechi Eze on the ball. Ezri Konsa. Bellingham. On to Rogers. And over the byline it goes. So a goal kick coming up here. Twenty minutes remaining.
Well, as you can see, he's given far too much space, but he still had some work to do, and I think that's a very tidy finish. It was never in doubt.
3-2 it is. Who would have predicted that before a ball was kicked? Ayoub El-Kabi. And possibilities here. Tremendously. Real chance. It's still alive. And second time around he scores. But the keeper left to wonder what his defenders were doing.
The keeper's very unlucky there. It was such a good initial save, but can't get to the rebound.
He's been influential today, but the manager decides to make a personnel switch at this point. Soufiane Rahimi. Soufiane Rahimi. Well, plenty of scope for them to attack. And just wide of the post with a header. Guehi. Eberechi Eze on the ball. Bukayo Saka. Kane. A nice ball over the top. Bellingham. Now good defending to stop a decent looking attack. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Counter-attacking possibilities. Oh, great vision. Oh, surely! Oh, that is a majestic goal! Falling home with precision and style. Superbly done.
Well, you won't see a better connection than this. It's a brilliant strike. Hit with such power. What a great goal.
So back underway. This is extraordinary what we're witnessing here. James. And Bellingham. Declan Rice. Well, we are going to have a decent amount of stoppage time. 3 minutes to be exact. And support available. Can they level it here? A fine reading of the situation. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Kane slips it through. Oh, it's in! And that might be the goal that clinches it for them. No looking back now, surely.
Well, as the replay shows us, Kane picks out the perfect pass to beat that defensive line. And then the strike from Saka. He never really looked like missing, did he? Brilliant finish. Well, no wonder he's delighted. They're bossing the game now.
There's the final whistle, and the visitors move on.
Yes, and thoroughly deserved, you have to say. I think they controlled large parts of the game, they created enough chances, and if they can continue to replicate performances like this, they have to fancy their chances going forward.
And the shining light for his team, no two ways about that. Harry Kane.
Well, I have to say, that was impressive. Not just his goals, but his all-round play. He was excellent.